Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I think I'm done for the day. You see where I'm at, right? I am in Niagara Falls. I'm leaving the falls again. Like I stay out here. It's so funny, right? So I'm out here. I had to drop somebody off. He's a biker, guy from Tennessee, mid 40s, white gentleman. And we talked. It was a long ride. So we just sat. He sat in the front seat. He had his bike. He ride bikes, and we just talked the whole ride. It was cool. It was cool. Cool dude. This time he owns a mechanic shop that fixed stuff, and we just talked. It was a good vibe, right? Those rides are always good. When you have a long ride and y'all can talk, and it was a good talk. It was a good ride, right? So we talked. It was having a good time. So he told me by him riding bikes, he said he took him every place, like countries, Costa Rica. He said he took him to overseas in Europe, took him all over the place, right? Now he's in New York, and the next year they have a race next year in Europe. That's where he's gonna go, but he had to qualify for some, I don't know, it's like a qualifying thing, and it's kind of, I don't know, some kind of amateur thing, but he qualified for another race, but the big race is next year in Europe, and it's like the Paris to Paris, something like that. I don't know. It's not like the professional one. So, but some race next year is Paris to Paris. They call it, I don't know, something like that. So it was kind of cool. So we sitting there talking, and I'm listening, see where I can help, right? Like I listen. So he said, I'm looking to buy some properties to do Airbnb. I want to do I want to get 15. 'Cause I can manage 15. He said, and that way. And he was just telling me about So I said, you ever thought about just putting that into a retirement account? Like set up as self-direct, I think Roth or self-direct IRA, one of those two. Roth IRA or IRA. But it's self-direct, where you can buy a property and the profits comes out, stays in your account. So when you retire, you have a nice check, a lump sum. And then you have a LLC, which is your management company that you run, and they will pay you to manage the properties. And so if you need more pay, you just raise the management fee. If you don't need more pay, you just put, but all that money, profits, just goes into the account. I think you pay a tax in the beginning or at the end. I can't remember where you pay the tax, but it's beneficial, right? Because it's a retirement account, so you can't go wrong. He said, I never thought about that. Because he said, we have two companies, as one for the owner property and one is the managing the property, and so forth. I said, okay. But I never realized you could do it for retirement. That's intriguing to me. I gotta look into that. That's cool. And we talking about his riding. He's been riding since he was 30, he said. And he was telling me about his kids. I said, yeah, I thought about making a little blog about your riding, Like, that'd be kind of dope. Like, show him what made you. And he told me when he first started riding and his eating habits changed it was cool. I said, look at you. We just made your first video right here. If we would have recorded it, that could have been your first video. You're talking about your riding, and you know what I mean. And then you can monetize it down the road. And then extra money, you don't want it, you donate it or do whatever. But you can share it, and people don't gotta see your face, right? You can show the camera forward. You know what I mean? Kind of what I'm doing right now. And while you ride it, and you just have your microphone to your ear while you're talking, and you just talk. He said, my buddy. He told me one of his friends does it, and so a cousin does something like that. And like, yo, that's a good idea, So he's like kinda he was like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's cool. So who knows if he does it or not? I just gave him an idea, right? At the end of the day, and it was cool, man. It was cool talking about politics, how like politicians are just dumb, like they don't really care about the people. Like both sides don't, because they care about the people. They should focus on jobs, right? Housing, it's a place to live, right? Insurance, for health insurance, having good insurance. Safety. You provide those things for people. People are pretty much more content. Listen, I'm on the road all the time, and I'm talking to people all the time. And what I find out is a lot of people are just content just to have a job and even renting a house. And that is okay. And maybe have a side little gig to make extra cash to go out on trips and stuff, and that's okay, and that's what they want. And a lot of people, mind you, I pick with a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people, and about 80% of the people are in that category. no matter how much game you give them, they're gonna be in that 80% to 90% category of just they are content to where they at, and that's okay, right? And if the government, you know what I mean, whatever, that's just crazy, right? And then we talked about immigration, because you got a worker from Costa Rica coming over here for work, and he got to be on for 6 months, then got to go back and come back again, and tell me what the process. And I said, you know what's so funny? I said illegals could come. So I'm a Jamaican, so I came up here with I had a green card. My mom passed the test. I became a citizen because that used to be a thing, right? I got grandfather, so I got a passport. I said I have dual citizenship because I was born in Jamaica, right? And so I said, sir, you know what's so funny about immigration? I picked up an Indian guy, and he's trying to be in America to work. He's a college kid, and they give him, it's a lotto for him to get his working visa to work here. But he got paid to get the lotto. I said, it's funny how you do it the right way in America, it costs you a lot. But you do it the wrong way, you get it for free. Like you cross the border for free. Nothing wrong with that, because you gotta do what you gotta do. But they give them so much legway that the ones who's trying to do it right, go to school, get their papers right, it's a lottery to get it, right? A lotto. I said, the guy got to pay a lotto. It's not even guaranteed. So you got to pay money to not even to win. Then you got to go back. Like, this country was built on immigration, on immigrants. Well, why are you making it so hard for people doing it the right way? And so I told him, it don't make no sense to me. Like, common sense is common sense. And that right there is too much common. That's not sensible. Like, he said, yeah, I know. I said, I don't understand either, man. It's just like, he said, Dave, he said, sir, listen, I'll look at stuff if it has to have common sense. Okay, why am I doing this? What, you know what I mean? It's got to make sense. Like, I know, I do the same thing. Like, common sense, like, why? And so, but then I try to figure out the sensible part. Now, don't get me wrong, it took me a while to get to this point of thinking, right? Anyway, but that's crazy. But anyway, so we talked about that. So it was one of those good. It was a good, not a long ride back, right? So I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'll be back soon enough, I guess. But again, it's like my 4th time in this Falls area in the last 3 months. And then I had one more passion after I dropped him off. I had a ding. I'm like, oh man, I forgot to turn it off. So I picked up the ding and I dropped the dude off. It was like a 5-minute ride total. So that was easy. 1 minute away and 4 minutes down the road. Not even 4 minutes, 2 minutes. He didn't want to walk from the Casino. I guess he must have been kind of intoxicated or something. Whatever. That's your choice. It's your business. And so he was telling me about some stuff about Falls. And then it hit me why I'm in the Falls. Why I keep coming back to the Falls. Like a light bulb is like, oh, and I thought about this before, but now when this kid told me this, kind of confirmed why I keep coming back to the Falls. So let me get my money right. That's all. Let me get my money right? And it's a wrap. But yeah, man. So it was kind of cool, man. That was cool. It was a good talk. Gave him a couple things to think about. Maybe do it, maybe you don't. Doesn't matter. It's his choice, right? But yeah, it was cool, and his perspective on certain things, and kids. We talked about kids and stuff. That was kind of, so it was a pleasant ride up here, right? Sometimes, you go for a long ride. Like one time I came up here, had an Asian dude. This man at first, he was uncomfortable. I swear he looked like Jackie Chan. I thought he was Jet Li. I thought it was Jet Li for a minute because I had to double look in the mirror, and he kept looking at me. And it was like the whole ride was kind of like, okay, is he all right? And I'm like, is he all right? And then he fell asleep. And we got there. He said, thank you, sir. I said, have a good day, sir. Thank you. And that was it. Then I had another ride when I came up here before. That ride was cool. Lady, we talked a bunch of stuff, and it was kind of cool. And I gave her some thoughts, ideas for her son to look up properties he's trying to flip. I gave her a website she should use for him. He's looking to try to flip houses. I said, try this website. You can look up properties and stuff. And then I had another time I dropped the kid off, and he was it was just, he get out of work, so he was tired, and that was cool. That was all right. So I don't know, but that's it, man. So let me get off this and get back on this, pay attention to this road, this long ride back. I'm like, oh my soul. But it is what it is. You gotta work right now. You gotta work to stay afloat for now until the transition change, right?